All right, too often we spend as much money as we earn. Our wants seem to increase as fast or faster than our income, and it is very important, therefore, that we budget our money carefully. Each family differs in its needs and wants. So many people get into debt because they fail to control their spending. So if a family plans on how to use their money, they will keep out of financial trouble. That is definitely something for you. And welcome to the program Family Bonds right here on Click Ninja Radio. My name is Jennifer Ogo, and our topic for today on Family Bonds is managing financial responsibilities in the family. Whose responsibility is it? That question is left for you to answer right there on our comment section. All right, managing financial responsibilities in the family. And our guest for today is Martha Tawia, who is a business and financial expert. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, what's the main objective of money management in the family?
Okay, we have different parts of our lives. We have the spiritual part of our life, the mental part. Now we have our financial life, and the aim of managing it is to have order in that part of your life, to be able to have control, to be able to, know how you can put your finances together in your life. So it's basically order in your finances
Mhm.
and control. That's really it.
Okay, so how do we manage our family finance?
It's wisdom. These things they don't teach you in school.
Okay.
So one of the things we tell people is that you must first of all create a budget.
Hmm.
What is your budget? And for you to know your budget, you have to know your income and you have to know your expenses. So have your budget first of all, where let's use practical examples. I have, if my salary, for instance, is let's say 200,000 naira a month, I want to buy a dress. I must know the kind of dress that I can buy because of all my expenses.
Hmm.
So that's really how to manage it. You have to have first your budget, know your income, know your expenses. I think we'll talk about more as we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just joining us, the program is Family Bonds. I'll talk about issues that could better unite the family and create unity in the family. And today we're talking about managing financial responsibilities in the family. And we still have Martha Tawia, who is a business and financial expert, right here with us in the studio to talk on this topic. Now, talking about budgets with the current situation in the country, is it possible to live on a budget? Like, realistically speaking.
It's not always practical, but it's
Okay.
something you learn. You learn, you unlearn, you learn on the job per se. Yeah. So it's not always because of how some people live below $1 a day.
Hmm.
Some other people, what you've planned today, the next thing you go to the market the next week, the prices have all gone up. So really, but the truth is there's always a range. So you must set your targets, set your budget within a particular range and try to find options around it. When onions was getting expensive, we all adjusted. We're still adjusting.
Hmm.
Some people switched to spring onions. Some
Wow.
people switched to flavors. So you have to find what works with you. If you used to use there was this joke of someone using 5 onions in one meal, you cut it down. So it's all about understanding and the times and making sure it works with you and your pocket.
Okay, now how should financial responsibilities be shared in the family? First of all, whose duty is it to manage the family finances?
What works for one family may not work for another.
Okay.
So I would say it depends on the house. There are homes where we have the man is like a better spender.
Okay.
He's prudent, and the wife spends, and then it's also the reverse. This one spends on this. So, but I would say we should share it. I'm a woman, so I have to be a little partial on this show. It should be 70-30%. I
Okay,
think
so
the
who
man should
takes
take 70.
okay, in terms of management of the money?
Yeah, in terms of like, yeah, okay, more like sharing responsibilities
Okay,
because we're
financial
talking about,
responsibilities,
yes,
yes.
in terms of responsibilities. I
Okay.
think the man should take 70% of the bills
Mm.
and the woman should do 30. That is me
But
as a
most
woman, yes.
men of this generation, husbands of this generation, do not follow that line of action. They prefer a 50-50 kind of
As I said, yeah.
thing, especially in terms of providing for the family financially.
Yes, we're seeing that sometimes women do even a lot more, but it really depends on the home and how they work well together. But I said 70-30 because when you look at the life in a family, the man can get up and get out there and get more, but the woman is a little confined with the kids, the home front, cooking, and all of that. So her impact in the home is a little, it's cut short a little because the man can go out, she can also go out, but she has to slow it down a little because of the home. So that's why I said 70-30.
So who
Go
do you
on,
think is a
Lindsay.
better manager? Is it the man? Is it the husband? Is it the wife?
It's,
Or both?
oh, that's why I said it depends on the couple, but on an
Okay.
average, what we see is the wife.
Okay.
Yes, because you know when you give a woman something, she knows that she's the one on the field most times. She's the one who goes, so she knows that. As women just have this sixth sense for budgeting, and we see a lot of men say, "Please, some men, I need my wife handles it. She does it better." But still, there are some men who do well, you know, because they keep their records and all of that. We'll talk about that later in the show.
All right. Now, do you advise a joint family account?
Yes and no.
Okay. Okay.
Yes and no because because you need to know your spouse. You know, it's about your spouse. There are marriages that you go into and then because it's joint, you're like really tight. But yeah, there are also marriages and homes where you find that because it's joined, the home is functioning properly. So this is the yes and no because we've had stories of where it's joint, but one person was just withdrawing the money and going with it. And then we've had stories of where, okay, let's agree, 20% of our salary goes in here for so bill. And then it works fine. You know, they reason well and it works fine. But
Do you think can anybody have access now to the family account to withdraw money? Should there be like a third party mediator now to know how to issue money to a party, either to the wife or to the husband or to the children? How should that be controlled?
I think the people opening the account should be able to talk with their bankers on access to the account. But what we see around us most times is that parents are signatory to the account. So sometimes they agree both to sign, so they both have to agree, and sometimes they're like either to sign. So you see, it's really about the home, and then both of them can agree. Okay, for the children, maybe the wife, you're the only one with the access, so that you have a trust for.
So at what point should the joint family account come into play? Is it 2 years to the marriage or 2 years into the family, or at what point should a joint family
my personal advice and from what you see around and what from experience is that it should start when you're married, not before you're married.
Okay.
Because anything can happen before marriage, but once you're married, you're setting, you're together, then start planning. Maybe this is for our future children, this is for the house we'll build together, this is for that, this is for social bills, electricity, and all of that. So if you're doing anything joint, it should be after marriage, and of course it should be with a reasonable spouse, someone who also understands finances and wants the home to move forward. Because these days some people just put their monies in. Come on, you read a lot of stories and here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we must tread with care.
All right, managing financial responsibilities in the family is what we're talking about today on Family Bonds. Do let us know right there on our comment section. Who do you think should be the better manager? In terms of family finances, who do you think manages the family money better? Is it the husband? Is it the man or the wife? Or is the parents? Let us know right there on our comment section. And we still have Martha Tawiya, who is a business and financial expert, to educate us on managing financial family finances. All right, now let's talk about investments. You are a financial and business expert. How would you advise families now to get into investment? What kind of investments should they get into? How should it be? Just give us a general overview of what investment means to a family.
Okay, it's basically, having assets and all of that for the family. So if you want to do properties, we have properties, we have stocks and bonds, we have different things. Some people will feel, okay, for me to invest, I open a business for the family. So it's you have to to look at what works for you and what will work for your family. Try and get more information on where to put your money. So, and be smart always to know what's and where is crashing so you don't put it in the wrong place. But so far, what we see a lot of families do is they do properties a lot because of the future.
Mm.
And then, of course, they have their trust bond for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, should other extended family members be a beneficiary to the family finances? Would you advise that? Or should there be a special budget now for extended family members who probably need financial help one way or another?
Oh, yes. This is Africa. We help ourselves. Yeah.
Okay.
We help ourselves. There are people who are not, in a family, there's someone who gets there before the other. Things can happen. A parent might die and stuff. So you have to help your siblings. So I would say, yes, they should be, but make sure that you help within your mean what you can do. Don't go and overdo, and then it now hurts your own personal, expenses and budgeting.
Yeah.
So when you budget, this is for food, this is for that, this is for mom, this is for dad, any sibling, arrange all of that. And anybody because you can't continue to help and then it drains you. The person you can set up for a business, set them up or spread it so that the pressure is not on you.
Mm.
If you have three other siblings, let everybody contribute to that one. Don't take it all on yourself. It's a practical issue because we see where, because you've put them in your budget, you're not going up yourself. You're down. So it's important. But you put them in, we're helping. We have to help. But
Okay.
at the same time, be smart about it.
Now let's take some lessons now from you. For example, if family hits rock bottom, life as we know it comes with a lot of eventualities and things that you actually did not plan for. How do you advise the family who have actually hit rock bottom to come back up? What should be the step they should take? How should they really look into their finances and make sure that they don't make the same mistake they have done before?
It's everything starts with our mind.
Okay.
So that family, it's not the end of life. If you're there, it's not the end of life. You have to just analyze, look at your current situation, check, how did I get here, what made me come here, so that first of all, I will not repeat this. You learn from your mistakes, then look at what you can do. Like today, the other time I was telling you about starting a business. I push it a lot because we in Nigeria here, we can't rely on just our jobs. Anything can happen to you. Sometimes salaries are not consistent. But with a side business, something little can be coming in. It's part of what I'm talking about when you want to live on your budget. When you know your income, I know that, okay, this salary is giving me 200K, but what I have to do in a month is like 300K. What do? You work harder and make up, or you cut down and try. So it's all in the mind. It's your mindset. So I advise that family, do what you can. Everybody put your heads together. I'm hoping it's a family where they all want to move forward. So they're like, okay, you do that, you do that. It's not always that way, but you have to try and get yourself back. Go out there, look for a job, go out there, but you must do something and allow God bless the work
So
of your hands.
finally, will you encourage family business? Some people have the opinion that family business it's a no-go area. It causes conflict because you're trying to mix business with family issues. That you could actually take the matters in the family into the business that could actually cause mayhem to that business. So would you encourage family business, and how can it be better managed for people who actually venture into it?
You see, every family is as a result of, let's start with the two people up there, their mentalities. It's what you pass down to the children. So if a couple, if they understand themselves, that's why it varies. There's no one hard and fast rule to these things. Understand the person you're with. If this person you're with is going to pull you down, by all means, don't do a business with that person. You can monitor each other somehow, but you run your business, I run mine, but we are all bringing it back into the home. But if you have a family business, make sure there's structure. Have an outsider, an external person come and define roles. Let everybody probably kind of answer to something. Like that would help. When I feel like, okay, I'm the manager and then I'm coming to work by 12. No, it doesn't work that way because whatever, my husband won't say anything to me. The worst he'll do is complain. You're bringing the staff are not going to be serious because of your seriousness. So your work must be. You have to know your spouse, but it's good. Family businesses are good in the sense that once roles are defined, and you're working with smart heads, it can grow, and then the kids can even inherit it, and with proper structure. And the people you bring up, the children you bring up, so they don't bring it down in the future. So you must instill that thing in them to know that this is our family. You can have your profession, you can be a doctor or engineer, but this business is what we're growing. This is the empire we're creating for ourselves.
Okay, now finally to wrap up the program, and definitely to our audience out there, entitled to your opinion, let us know right there what you think about this issue. And the last question I'm actually going to ask her, okay, yes, maybe let's go back to the budgeting again because you just signaled. Maybe you should just do a recap on how to, make a budget or structure your budget in the family.
Yes, like I was going to talk about that. There's this app that you can look at. It helps you to track your expenses. It's called Free Money Strands app. Maybe we'll put it out somewhere. And other apps, Google them up. You see, they help you organize your expenses. I talked about that in the beginning. You must understand yourself. If I know that I spend anyhow, I have to
Yes, I
understand.
was about to even ask you who should do more of the investing and who should do more of the spending in a family. Should it be the wife or should it be the husband? Who should do more of the investing and who should do more of the spending now?
If it's a family, then it's a joint effort.
Yes, but in like within the range of 100, who should how much percentage should go to the man, how much percentage should go to the woman in terms of spending and investing?
I can't give you. You know why? You know why? That's a tricky one because it really depends on the spouse.
You really?
Yes, it does. Like you might have in a marriage where the woman is smarter in investments. So if they are one, if they reason together, he should be able to say, what do you know? Because he trusts her. And if it's the man, she too should be able to say it's him. That's his fault.
Okay.
So it really depends.
So it depends on the individual,
Yes, the
differences
couple,
and personality.
exactly.
All right, thank you so much for everything you said. Really appreciate your coming to our studio to actually talk on the topic managing financial responsibilities in a family. Thank you so much, Martha Tawia.
Thank you.
All
for
right, to
having
your
me.
audience out there, thank you so much for watching. If you've not watched, make sure you click on that button and watch this video. Make sure comment, like, and share. Until next time, my name is Jennifer Ogo. Hope you look forward to our next episode, which will come your way next week on Click Niger on Thursday for another edition of Family Bonds. In the meantime, have a wonderful Thursday and ensure you follow us on all social media handles. Bye bye.